I can believe that. She probably cleared the place, lapping up beer on the bar.
Sanford and Son, a classic 1970s sitcom, is often hailed as the pioneer that paved the way for African-American shows like Family Matters. This groundbreaking series and its talented cast reshaped the way family life was portrayed on television, earning praise for inspiring a wave of black comedies that followed. But what has become of the Sanford and Son cast today? Are any of them still with us? In this video, we'll take a look at where the cast members are in 2024, explore what they've been up to, and uncover some intriguing facts about their personal lives. Redd Foxx as Fred G. Sanford. Redd Foxx, best known for his iconic role as Fred Sanford in Sanford and Son, was a trailblazing comedian who left an indelible mark on the world of television and comedy. Born John Elroy Sanford in 1922 into a life of poverty, few would have predicted that he'd rise to become one of the most influential comedians of his time. His stage name, Redd Foxx, was a nod to the nickname he earned due to his ruddy complexion. Foxx's early life was marked by hardship and resilience. At just 13 years old, he left home to travel across the country, playing the washboard for a band. This venture was short-lived, and by the time he was 16, Foxx found himself in New York City, honing his comedy skills in every black theater and nightclub he could find. It was in New York that Foxx crossed paths with several notable figures, including Malcolm X. In 1951, Foxx teamed up with fellow comedian Slappy White, and the duo performed live shows together until 1955. Their partnership blossomed into a lifelong friendship, with White later joining Foxx on Sanford and Son and the Redd Foxx Comedy Hour. Foxx's big break came when he moved to Los Angeles to record his stand-up comedy. Despite earning only $25 for his first record, Foxx's talent soon caught the eye of Norman Lear. By 1972, Foxx was cast in the role that would define his career, Fred Sanford in Sanford and Son, a show inspired by the BBC comedy Steptoe and Son. Foxx's portrayal of the boisterous and sharp-tongued Fred Sanford made him a household name, and the show became a cornerstone of African-American television. After leaving Sanford and Son in 1977, Foxx reprised his role as Fred G. Sanford in a short-lived revival called Sanford. He continued to work on various projects, including The Redd Foxx Show and later The Royal Family, where he played Alfonso Royale. Tragically, while rehearsing for The Royal Family on October 11, 1991, Foxx suffered a massive heart attack on set and passed away at the age of 68. His death marked the end of a legendary career, but his influence on comedy and television continues to be felt. Foxx's generosity and larger-than-life personality were well known among his peers. His close friend Slappy White remarked to the New York Times, "The comedy world is going to miss him. He broke a lot of barriers." Ruth Brown, another friend, remembered Foxx's kindness, saying, "Redd would do anything for a friend." However, his generosity, coupled with a lavish lifestyle, led to financial troubles later in life, resulting in bankruptcy and the seizure of his property by the IRS. Redd Foxx's legacy is one of groundbreaking comedy and unyielding spirit. He remains a towering figure in the world of entertainment, remembered not just for his unforgettable characters, but also for the barriers he broke and the doors he opened for future generations of black comedians. Leanda Page as Aunt Esther Anderson. Leanda Page, best known for her role as Aunt Esther on Sanford and Son, brought to life one of the most memorable characters in television history. Born on October 19, 1920, in Cleveland, Ohio, Page was raised in St. Louis, where she grew up as a childhood friend of Redd Foxx. This lifelong connection would later prove pivotal in shaping her career. Page's early years in entertainment were marked by her work as a dancer. She became known for her fire dancing act on the Chitlin circuit, earning the nickname the Bronze Goddess of Fire. Her performances were as daring as they were captivating, solidifying her place in the world of live entertainment. However, it wasn't until the 1960s that she began to shift her focus from dancing to comedy, moving to Los Angeles and joining the comedy group Skillet, Leroy & Co. Page's big break came when Redd Foxx, who was already a star, helped secure her an audition for the role of Aunt Esther on Sanford and Son. Aunt Esther, the Bible-toting, no-nonsense sister of Fred Sanford's late wife, became an audience favorite. Her sharp tongue and fierce attitude provided the perfect foil to Fred Sanford's antics. Despite her tough exterior, Aunt Esther had a heart of gold, especially when it came to her nephew Lamont, showing a deep compassion and generosity that balanced her fiery personality. Leanda Page's portrayal of Aunt Esther was so iconic that she reprised the role in the spin-offs Sanford, Arms, and Sanford. Even after Sanford and Son ended, Page continued to work in television and film. In the 1990s, she took on roles that played off her Aunt Esther persona, appearing in films like Friday and Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, where she portrayed hilarious, over-the-top versions of the character that audiences had come to love. Throughout her career, Page was not only a talented performer, but also an advocate for fair treatment and pay for black actors in Hollywood. Her efforts helped pave the way for greater equity in the entertainment industry. Leanda Page's life came to a close on September 14, 2002, when she passed away due to complications from diabetes. She was 81 years old. Despite the challenges she faced, including her health struggles, Page remained a beloved figure in the world of entertainment. Her contributions to television, particularly her unforgettable role as Aunt Esther, have left an indelible mark on the industry. Demond Wilson as Lamont Sanford. Demond Wilson, who famously portrayed Lamont Sanford on Sanford and Son, was the patient and often exasperated son of Fred Sanford. As the co-owner of the salvage yard, Lamont was the voice of reason, enduring his father's constant grumbling and mischievous antics. Despite Fred's frequent jabs and his habit of calling Lamont dummy, the younger Sanford always aspired to improve his circumstances and explore life beyond the confines of the junkyard. Born on October 13, 1946, Wilson was just 25 years old when he first took on the role of Lamont. The character quickly became beloved by audiences for his relatable struggles and his grounded, thoughtful demeanor, a perfect counterbalance to Fred Sanford's larger-than-life personality. After Sanford and Son concluded, Wilson's life took a dramatic turn. While he continued to work in television, making guest appearances on various shows, he eventually found a new calling outside of Hollywood. In the early 1980s, Wilson dedicated his life to ministry and became a pastor. His spiritual journey led him to establish the Restoration House of America, an organization focused on providing spiritual guidance and resources to ex-convicts, helping them reintegrate into society. Wilson's commitment to his faith and his desire to make a positive impact on the world has defined his life after his acting career. Now 77 years old, Demond Wilson continues to use his platform to spread messages of hope, redemption, and spiritual growth. Whitman Mayo portrayed Grady Wilson. Whitman Mayo, best known for his portrayal of the lovable and somewhat gullible Grady Wilson on Sanford and Son, became one of television's most endearing characters. Born on November 15, 1930 in New York City, Mayo grew up in Queens and Harlem before his family relocated to California when he was 17. Mayo's journey to stardom wasn't a straightforward one. Before finding fame, he attended the University of California and worked various jobs, including as a parole officer and a probation counselor, while nurturing his passion for acting. Despite often being cast in roles much older than his actual age, Mayo embraced these opportunities, building a career around characters that exuded a kind of comedic wisdom that resonated with audiences. His casting as Grady Wilson, Fred Sanford's good-humored and ever-loyal sidekick, was a prime example of this. Grady's character was an integral part of Sanford and Son. His slow, deliberate mannerisms and infectious laugh made him an immediate fan favorite. Whether he was helping Fred concoct one of his many schemes or simply providing comic relief, Mayo's portrayal of Grady was unforgettable. So beloved was the character that Mayo was given his own spin-off miniseries, Grady, which saw the character moving in with his daughter's family in Beverly Hills. Though the show was short-lived, it solidified Mayo's place in television history. After Sanford and Son ended, Mayo reprised his role as Grady in the spin-off Sanford Arms and continued to make appearances in other popular television shows. His filmography is diverse, featuring roles in Different Strokes, Family Matters, Full House, and The Van Dyke Show. Mayo also had a memorable role in the critically acclaimed film Boys in the Hood. Despite his success, Mayo never saw acting as a guaranteed path to a stable future. Understanding the unpredictable nature of the entertainment industry, he opened a travel agency in Inglewood, California, which he ran while continuing to act. This venture was Mayo's way of ensuring financial security for himself and his family. In the late 1990s, as his acting career began to wind down, Mayo transitioned into education, taking a teaching position at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia. Teaching became his passion, and he remained at the university until his passing. Tragically, Whitman Mayo passed away on May 22, 2001, at the age of 70, after suffering a severe heart attack. He had been in the hospital for 2 months, receiving treatment for a hernia when the heart attack occurred. His death was a significant loss to the entertainment community and to his family, including his wife, 3 children, and his mother, whom he left behind. Don Bexley played Bubba Bexley. Don Bexley, fondly remembered for his role as Bubba Bexley on the classic sitcom Sanford and Son, brought warmth, humor, and a distinctive charm to the screen that made him an unforgettable presence in television history. Born on March 10, 1910, in Jamestown, Virginia, Bexley was a man of many talents and experiences, shaped by his unique upbringing. His father was a biblical scholar, and his mother was a classical violinist, which meant that Bexley was surrounded by both intellectual and artistic influences from an early age. Before he became a beloved television figure, Don Bexley was already making waves in the entertainment world. He began his career in New York City and Los Angeles, performing in theaters and nightclubs where he honed his comedic and acting skills. Bexley made history as the first black stand-up comedian to perform at the Mountain Hotel, an achievement that marked the beginning of a long and successful career. Bexley's path eventually crossed with Red Fox and Slappy White, 2 other comedic legends, while they were touring the black theater and nightclub circuit in New York. The trio quickly became friends, and this camaraderie would later translate into their on-screen chemistry on Sanford and Son. Although Bexley's character Bubba and Fox's character Fred Sanford were portrayed as peers, there was actually a 12-year age difference between the 2 actors, with Bexley being the elder. Their real-life friendship was as genuine as their on-screen bond, making Bubba's relationship with Fred all the more authentic and beloved by fans. As Bubba, Bexley was the epitome of good-natured cheer. Known for his infectious belly laugh and ever-positive outlook, Bubba served as one of Fred's closest confidants, often teaming up with Grady, played by Whitman Mayo, in Fred's various schemes. Bexley's portrayal of Bubba was marked by a lightheartedness that provided a perfect balance to the more abrasive elements of Fred's personality, making him an essential part of the show's success. After Sanford and Son ended, Bexley continued to work in television, appearing in a variety of popular shows. He guest starred in series such as T.J. Hooker, Hunter, Cheers, and True Colors, and reprised his role as Bubba in the spin-off Sanford Arms. Despite his success on television, Bexley's career was not without its personal challenges. He faced the difficulties of aging and health issues in his later years. But he continued to work and stay active in the industry for as long as he could. Bexley's dedication to his craft was evident in his willingness to travel extensively for his work. He journeyed across Europe and Asia during his career, only returning to the United States at the request of Redd Foxx to join the cast of Sanford and Son in 1971. Their friendship remained strong until Foxx's death in 1991, with Bexley serving as an honorary pallbearer at Foxx's funeral, a testament to their deep and enduring bond. Bexley's own life came to a close on April 15, 1997, when he passed away from heart and kidney failure in Hampton, Virginia. He was 87 years old. Though he is no longer with us, Don Bexley's legacy lives on through the joy he brought to audiences and the trail he blazed as one of television's earliest and most beloved black comedians. He was laid to rest in Hampton's Memorial Gardens, where his memory continues to be honored by fans and fellow entertainers alike. Nathaniel Taylor as Rollo Lawson. Nathaniel Taylor, widely recognized for his portrayal of Rollo Larson on the iconic television show Sanford and Son, brought a unique blend of street-smart charisma and effortless cool to the screen. Born on March 31, 1938, in St. Louis, Missouri, the same birthplace as his friend and co-star Redd Foxx, Taylor was destined to leave his mark on the world of entertainment. Before his foray into acting, Taylor worked as an electrician, a humble beginning that would later serve as the foundation for his steady and reliable work ethic in Hollywood. Taylor's acting career began in the early 1970s, and he quickly established himself as a versatile performer. In his early roles, Taylor sometimes went by the name Jeeta Hottie, appearing in a range of films and television shows that showcased his diverse talents. His credits during this period include Listen to a Man, The Bold Ones, The Senator, Black Girl, As Above as Below, and the blaxploitation classic Trouble Man. Taylor also used the name Richard Lawson for his role in Willie Dynamite, demonstrating his ability to navigate various personas and characters with ease. By the time Taylor joined the cast of Sanford and Son, he had started to go by his birth name, Nathaniel Taylor, a name that would become synonymous with his character, Rollo Larson. Rollo, the best friend of Lamont Sanford, played by Demond Wilson, was known for his smooth-talking, sharply dressed demeanor and his knack for getting into and out of trouble. Despite his sometimes dubious activities, Rollo was a lovable character who brought humor and a sense of loyalty to the show. Taylor appeared in 32 episodes of Sanford and Son, making Rollo one of the most memorable characters on the show. He later reprised his role in the short-lived spin-off Sanford, further cementing his legacy within the Sanford and Son universe. Beyond his work on Sanford and Son, Taylor continued to build a successful career in television and film. He appeared in popular shows like What's Happening, 227, The Hunter, and The Redd Foxx Show. Despite the eventual cancellation of The Redd Foxx Show, Taylor's contributions to these projects showcased his enduring talent and versatility as an actor. As Taylor's career in front of the camera began to wind down, he shifted his focus to mentoring and teaching the next generation of performers. He founded a performing arts studio in Los Angeles, where he taught acting and shared his wealth of experience with aspiring actors. In his personal life, Nathaniel Taylor was a devoted family man. He spent his later years alongside his wife, Leanda Taylor, with whom he had 4 daughters and 3 sons. The couple's family grew to include 6 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren, a testament to the rich and fulfilling life Taylor led outside of his acting career. Despite his fame, Taylor remained grounded and cherished the moments he spent with his loved ones. Taylor's son Katie fondly recalled how his father embraced the recognition that came with being Rollo Larson. "It was a time and an era. Just to be on TV as a black man," Katie told the Los Angeles Times. "It was an honor for people to remember him." Nathaniel Taylor passed away on February 27, 2019, at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles following a heart attack. He was 80 years old. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lives on through his memorable performances, his contributions to the performing arts, and the fond memories he left with his family, friends, and fans. Alonzo "Lonzo" Williams, a music promoter and friend of Taylor, summed up the actor's lasting impact. "He was always there with a wise word and a kind word and a joke to put a little icing on it." Nathaniel Taylor will always be remembered as a talented actor, a dedicated mentor, and a beloved figure who brought joy and laughter to countless lives. Pat Morita as Ah Chu. Pat Morita, who was best known for playing Arnold in Happy Days, as well as Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, also had a recurring role on Sanford and Son. Born on June 28, 1932, in Ileton, Northern California, Morita faced challenges from an early age that would have crushed most. At just 2 years old, he was diagnosed with spinal tuberculosis, a severe condition that left him bedridden and confined to a hospital for nearly a decade. Doctors told his parents that he might never walk again, but young Pat defied the odds, eventually regaining his ability to walk. As if these early health struggles weren't enough, Morita and his family endured the harsh realities of being Japanese Americans during World War II. They were forcibly relocated to internment camps, first in Arizona and then in Northern California's infamous Manzanar camp. Stripped of their home, freedom, and belongings, the Morita family faced an unimaginable ordeal. However, these hardships did not extinguish Pat's spirit. Instead, they fueled his desire to bring joy and laughter to others. After the war, Morita's family settled in Sacramento, where they ran a Chinese restaurant. It was there that Pat discovered his love for making people laugh. But before he pursued comedy full-time, he took a more conventional route, working as a data processor with the Department of Motor Vehicles and Aerojet General Corp. However, his passion for entertainment couldn't be ignored, and at age 30, Morita decided to take a leap of faith into the world of stand-up comedy, adopting the stage name The Hip Nip. His unique brand of humor quickly caught the attention of audiences, and he soon became a regular on the comedy circuit. One of the most pivotal moments in Morita's career came when he was discovered by Redd Foxx, the legendary comedian and star of Sanford and Son. Foxx saw in Morita a kindred spirit and took him under his wing, helping to boost his comedy career and securing him a recurring role on Sanford and Son as Lamont's friend, Ah Chu. While the character of Ah Chu, a stereotypical portrayal of a Chinese immigrant, may make us cringe today, it was a significant opportunity for Morita at the time. Morita's collaboration with Redd Foxx didn't end with Sanford and Son. He also joined Foxx on the road, performing in venues like Carnegie Hall and the Apollo Theater. Following his success with Foxx, Morita landed his breakout role as Arnold Takahashi, the lovable diner owner on the hit show Happy Days. This role made him a household name and paved the way for his brief but historic moment as the first Japanese-American lead actor in broadcast television with the spin-off Mr. T and Tina. Although the show was short-lived, it marked a significant milestone in television history. But it was Morita's portrayal of Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid that truly cemented his legacy. The role earned him an Academy Award nomination and made him an icon to generations of moviegoers. Morita's ability to convey wisdom, warmth, and humor in the role of Miyagi turned the character into a cultural touchstone. He became a symbol of mentorship and resilience, qualities that Morita himself embodied throughout his life. Despite his success, Morita remained humble and generous, both on and off the screen. His co-star Ralph Macchio, who played Daniel LaRusso in The Karate Kid, once said, "My life is all the richer for having known him. I will miss his genuine friendship." Morita's kindness and humor made him beloved by his peers and fans alike. In his personal life, Morita was married 3 times and had 2 daughters. He never forgot his roots, often speaking about the challenges he faced growing up and how they shaped his outlook on life. Pat Morita passed away on November 24, 2005, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the age of 73 due to kidney failure. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lives on through his unforgettable performances and the countless lives he touched with his humor and heart. Gregory Sierra as Julio Fuentes. Gregory Sierra, fondly remembered for his role as Julio Fuentes, Fred Sanford's Puerto Rican neighbor on Sanford and Son, was a versatile actor whose journey to stardom was as compelling as the characters he portrayed. Born on January 25, 1937, in Spanish Harlem, Sierra's early life was shaped by hardship. Raised by his aunt after his parents deserted him, he grew up in a tough neighborhood dominated by Irish gangs during the 1940s. The streets of Spanish Harlem were rife with crime, and Sierra found himself on the brink of joining the local gangs, tempted by the promise of protection and belonging. However, fate had other plans for young Gregory Sierra. A childhood friend, sensing Sierra's potential, invited him to an audition, a decision that would alter the course of his life forever. It was there, amidst the lines of a script and the bright lights of the stage, that Sierra discovered his passion for acting. The theater became his sanctuary, a place where he could escape the harsh realities of his upbringing and channel his energy into something positive. Acting saved him from a life of crime and set him on a path that would lead to an illustrious career in television and film. Sierra honed his craft with the National Shakespeare Company and the New York Shakespeare Festival, where he embraced the classics and developed a deep love for the art of performance. His talent and dedication did not go unnoticed, and soon he was making a name for himself on the New York stage. But it wasn't long before Hollywood beckoned, and in the 1960s, Sierra made the move to Los Angeles to pursue a screen acting career. His breakout role came as Julio Fuentes on Sanford and Son, where his portrayal of Fred Sanford's quick-witted and kind-hearted neighbor made him a fan favorite. Sierra brought depth and authenticity to Julio, a character inspired by his own uncle. He once shared in an interview with the Morning Record, "I used him not only as a model, but the namesake of the character I played on Sanford and Son." Following his success on Sanford and Son, Sierra continued to captivate audiences with his performance as Detective Sergeant Miguel Chano Amenguale on the acclaimed cop show Barney Miller. His portrayal of Chano, a passionate and sometimes hot-headed detective, showcased his range as an actor and solidified his status as a television star. Sierra's career spanned decades, with memorable appearances in a variety of television series including Zorro and Son, The X-Files, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He even ventured into the world of high-stakes crime drama with his role in the original cast of Miami Vice. However, his time on Miami Vice was short-lived. Sierra, known for his integrity and strong principles, chose to leave the series despite its popularity. He did not like Miami and some of the people he worked with, his wife later revealed in an interview with the New York Times. He gave up a lot to leave the show. In addition to his work in television, Sierra also appeared in films, including his final role in The Other Side of the Wind, a project directed by the legendary Orson Welles. Gregory Sierra's life was one of resilience and transformation. He overcame the challenges of his youth, channeling his experiences into his work and becoming a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. Sadly, Sierra's journey came to an end on January 4th, 2021, when he lost his battle with stomach and liver cancer. He was 83 years old. Sierra's passing marked the end of an era for fans of classic television, but his legacy lives on through the unforgettable characters he brought to life. And that's a wrap-up for today's video. For more fascinating content about the Sanford and Son cast and their journeys from then to now, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes stories and updates on your favorite TV legends.